Well, hello. I'm Drunk Farmer, and welcome to the Rant. Nebraska, Wisconsin played this Saturday. How do I don't know how to describe this game. I knew Nebraska was going to get beat by Wisconsin. They did. They got beat 37-21. That's pretty respectable for a Wisconsin Nebraska game, considering that Wisconsin has just totally trashed us the last couple of years. I'm gonna have to adjust this a little bit. There you go. All in all, Nebraska did all right. I mean, they did better than what they have been doing in the past 3 weeks. Granted, they had a pretty good first half, but that second half, wasn't really so great. I do have some gripes. Our offensive line did do a little bit better, so I'll give them kudos on that. Our quarterback, Martinez, to me, if you watch the game, you may notice that you may have noticed he hung on to the ball too much. He hung on, and he made some good plays, but sometimes he didn't make great plays. Um, he didn't run a lot because Wisconsin had a linebacker that was spying on him, so he couldn't really get out of that pocket unless they what I'm saying, get away from him. But they did and they didn't because he was pretty much spying on Martinez a lot. So had some good moments. So I'll give him that. He had some moments in that first half, but the second half it seems like something wasn't right in his head. But he did look better. I'll give him that. He did look better, so I'll give him that. Dedrick Mills, our running back, looked pretty good today. He had a great game today. I think he had close to 190 yards. I think he had 187 yards in total. Had a good game. That's the best game he's had in a long time. He ran good against a pretty good Wisconsin defense who's held runners down to like below 100 yards all year. So Dedrick Mills kind of broke that streak. Thank you, Dedrick. Um, he did real good. Seriously, he did great. Hopefully he does pretty good next week because we're going to need him next week because our status with Wan'Dale Robinson is, I don't know where Rondale is going to be next week. But he didn't play today. He was in street clothes, and that's never a good sign. Offensively, we did okay. I'm not saying the offense did great. We did all right. I'm saying our offensive line did a little bit better. I think Scott Frost needs to run shorter routes for Martinez so he can get the ball out a little bit faster. Dedrick Mills, I have no complaints about. As long as he hangs on to the ball, he's a hell of a running back. But offensively, I think they got to play more. They got to just keep going and going and going. But sometimes that second half comes and they just flutter or something happens to them. I don't know what. But it's late in the season. But hey, they did good. They did all right this week. I'll give them that. Defensively, well, yeah, they didn't have their greatest game. Jonathan Taylor, the Wisconsin running back, in the third year in a row that he's played against us, ran over 200 yards. And he did it again today. So that's 3 years in a row. I can't wait till this kid retires. I'm tired of seeing him, to tell you the truth, because he really lights up our defense. But he's a hell of a running back, and hopefully he gets a shot at the Heisman. Now, all in all, I think he's a hell of a running back. He's got a hell of a offensive line. Wisconsin always has great offensive lines. They do some good blocking for him, and when it gets down to that third and fourth quarter, that's when Jonathan Taylor really shines, and he shined today, surpassing Herschel Walker's junior rushing record, which that is an accomplishment in itself. So my hat's off to Jonathan Taylor on that one. Congratulations. Well, Wisconsin on the offense just wore our black shirts down. They wore the defense down. They just by that fourth quarter, our defense was just done. They were sucking wind. They were done. And that's what Wisconsin's offense does. They just keep wearing on you for all four quarters until the fourth quarter they knock you out. And that's what they did against our defense. Wisconsin is a good team. They do have a shot at the Big Ten West now since the loss to, Minnesota lost today against Iowa. So that might be an important game when Minnesota and Wisconsin meet up in Minnesota. But all in all, this game we really improved. Yeah, we looked good, but we just didn't have enough gusto to beat a Wisconsin. Then that's the problem. We need to keep going for all four quarters. It seems like this year the second half has been our enemy, and we haven't been a second half team, and it's been hurting Nebraska on and all year long. Hopefully, we got two more games left. Maryland and Iowa here in Lincoln. We have two shots to get it to make it to the bowl eligible thingamabobber to the bowl, just to get bowl eligible. But opinion, I don't think we're going to be bowl eligible. To tell you the honest truth, it's my honest opinion, folks. I don't think we're going to be bowl eligible. I've said it before, and I'll say it again, because this is a team. It depends on what fucking team shows up that week. Seriously, we've been a Jekyll and Hyde team all year. Well, what team's going to show up in Maryland? We haven't been really exactly great on the road, but I'll get to that in a couple days on my prediction show. So I'm not going to yell. I'm not going to scream about this game. I knew this game was going to be. I thought this game was going to be a blowout, truthfully, but Nebraska did put up some points against Wisconsin, and and it was a respectable game, and they won. It's kind of a moral victory. We didn't lose by 25 or 30 points, so that's pretty good. But they need a lot of work. Scott Frost has got a 2-year contract extension, so it's going to give him more time to work with this team. We have the talent. We just needed to put it together. And playing teams like Wisconsin, Ohio State, all the big guys and all the big boys in the Big Ten will help us out some. But a lot of other teams are getting better. But on that note, I will see you in a couple days on the predict show when I predict Nebraska and Maryland. And after that, I will be on hopefully that Saturday for a happy rant instead of a really depressing rant. Sorry, folks, I didn't mean to sound fucking depressing, but that was just that kind of year, that kind of game. So until then, I will see you in a couple of days. I'm Drunk Farmer. This has been the Drunk Farmer Rant Show, and I'm sorry it was depressing, but hey, I'm running out of shit to say. We'll see ya. Bye.